Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube NFL prediction segment, I'm going to be giving you my pick and analysis for the 2015-16 NFC Divisional Round playoff matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. Now, I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals. I know, don't be flabbergasted or in a state of shock, people. See, Arizona, as many of you may know, they dismantled Green Bay earlier this season. I believe it was Week 16, 38-8. Arizona finished number one in total offense, number two in scoring offense. They averaged nearly 31 points per game. Obviously, the offense, especially you have Larry Fitzgerald in your arsenal. He only had 109 receptions this season, and he had 17 receptions for over 20 yards, so very deadly and lethal in that open field, which I think might wreak havoc on this Green Bay Packers pass defense. Now, I understand as far as Green Bay goes. Now, I know they're going to make the adjustments. I don't expect them to get pummeled like they did in week number 16. Aaron Rodgers has a lot of experience, and he'll be everything maybe but unflappable in this game. He does have 13 postseason games that he's played in, 8-5 record in them. As you know, the Packers did win last week, but that was against the Washington Redskins, and their past and I imagine as far as their just the defense in general is going to be much better with Arizona as opposed to Washington Redskins. So this is going to be a formidable task for this team. Now, the Green Bay Packers allowed 47 sacks in the regular season. That was one of the highest in the NFL. And Green Bay should say Aaron Rodgers got sacked 8 times in that game in Week 16 against Arizona. So, but they had their offensive tackles, I believe the starters, I guess is what is, they were injured. Now, this will obviously be a much different game. It's going to be a playoff game. And Arizona did not look good in their last game they played. I understand they had won I think 7 consecutive games prior to being trounced by the Seattle Seahawks. But if I remember correctly, Seattle did beat Arizona at Arizona, I think the season before that, and beat them and pummeled them as well in that game, I believe. So, and I think that loss, a lot of that was attributed to, though Arizona won't acknowledge it. They're saying, well, we're not worried about the Carolina game, but I think they probably either knew what the score in that game or something, or they figured Carolina was probably going to be Tampa Bay, and they weren't going to go on full throttle in that particular game. So I think a lot of that loss, but losing by so much to Seattle, a lot of it was attributed to that, because they pretty much had their number 2 spot, and I think maybe they were cognizant of that even practically before that game even started. Against Seattle. But Green Bay, like as I stated, I think they will make their adjustments. The Green Bay actually finished 5-3 on the road in this regular season, and well, actually, if you count the playoff game last week, 6-3 so far on the road this season. However, over the last 3 seasons, 14-12 counting the postseason. So really overall about a mediocre team in recent years. And one of their losses, of course, on the road this season was to Arizona. So I see this playing out is that Green Bay does make their adjustments, but Arizona still wins it. For maybe by 10 points, kind of decisive. It'll be a competitive game. I don't think they're going to blow Green Bay out in this one, but I think Arizona will do what they have to do to win. It's hard for me to envision Green Bay's going to make all those adjustments to change a score where they lost by 30 points and change and go completely the other way. That's over a 30-point swing that you're looking at from that game in Week 16. I know in theory it's possible, but I don't see it being probable. And I like Arizona to win in a fairly competitive game over Green Bay. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube NFL prediction segment for this divisional round matchup between Green Bay and Arizona. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be talking about the AFC and NFC championship game previews for the 2015-16 NFL season. And until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.